guys. Hello, how are you guys? So this is how it I have this Better Goods is like chef inspired cilantro lime rice with elote and peppers. So this is like just a box that has a plate with the corn there. Um so this is how it looks. Um I'm currently painting it because I'm gonna do something with it. I don't know. Sometimes you you know things happen to you in the past, or um, think you're constantly like overthinking stuff, and you don't know what to do with that brain. Yeah, you just put it to work. All right. So this is what we're gonna be doing here. I was reading my Bible a little later on, but I realized like I gotta put it to use. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you read the Bible and you're like, well, what can I do to make it more um like use what I learned from the Bible. Well, you put it to use. For example, if you read about the Noah's Ark, you can build a miniature Noah's Ark. If you're reading about the Lion of Judah, well, you can make a lion of Judah. If you're studying the Bible in Genesis about creation, you can actually, you know, do that, like, paint a picture, use crayons, crayola, whatever you want to do, but you just put it to good use. Okay, I mean, or if you feel stuck or you feel bored, um when you read the word of God, then you put it to good use, right? Like, for example, you're reading the book of Genesis and you feel like that you're stuck, you take a pause and you read it again. And if you're still stuck, you can ask your pastor, and you can also, like, you know do like a little Noah's Ark DIY, so that you can get your mind refreshed, and then you can just keep reading onward. You know what I mean? Always pray, and you know what I mean? And and if you're stuck in one verse, you can read another verse. There's no way of going about it. It's a free, it's there for us to use, and it's a spirit companion. So this is the box here. I'm doing this is so what I'm gonna do is like a purse, right? It's like a mini purse. So I'm painting it with like gesso or just white paint. For example, this. Afterward, I'm gonna use this metallic acrylic paint that I got from Dollar Tree. I got this one from Dollar Tree. And then and then you just go down like this. Just paint all of it, all of it, all of it. And this one we're gonna just leave it, and maybe at towards the end, but yeah. So you leave this. So this we're gonna be using as like a purse, to put stuff like Mother's Day letters, Mother's Day cards. Yeah. So this is like a carton. So it recycled stuff you can find around. So after you're done with this, then you can just move on um with the white. So yeah, I recently I was thinking about it. I was like, well, I read the Bible, but I kind of want to do something with it. Not just read it and be like, okay, so I don't remember. Like, no, just do something with it. For example, like if I'm reading about the Noah, if I'm reading Genesis, I want to do something with that story. You know what I'm saying? If for we put it to use. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Really pretty. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, sometimes when you're just thinking too much about just you know stuff in general, or you just you just work, and you just work, and you know put your time to good use. You just don't sit there because you know life is very you know thinking too. If you're constantly thinking about a problem or something, that means your mind is not occupied. If you're thinking about a situation, or about harming, or about yourself, harming yourself or something, that means your mind is it's unoccupied. All right. If you occupied your mind with making something, for example, working or doing DIY or a business or something, you're occupying your mind, and that's what like, you know what I mean. That means you know you're trying to think about um you got to think about the cause and effects. You know what I'm saying? You always want the best um to continue on and stuff. So yeah. So I'm gonna have this, and I'm gonna just let it dry a little bit. And then I also have this ones. I also have this box, which I think is really pretty, you know. But I'm gonna paint on one side of this one. So like this. So I'm just gonna let this dry. But yeah, So like this. So then we're just gonna let these things dry. And then I have these little pieces of paper here. So I'm gonna wait for those things to dry. I recently I colored in some cardboard paper. uh I recently colored some cardboard paper, and I'm just waiting for this to dry. I recently painted some cardboard paper with crayon, and then I'm gonna just let it dry. Well, not the cardboard with crayon. Well, just let this dry. That one, because I'm about to make some flowers. But um, yeah, this is some gesso. You put this on um when you're gonna do a painting. But yeah, so first of all, what you can do is you take just regular paper. I'm gonna show you guys this one. Maybe you can just do like this. And then what you can do is, you take a crayon and you just, you know, you put it in the middle like this. And then you just get the other piece of paper and you put it in the middle like this. And you grab like this. And then this one. And you have this shape. And what you can do with this, and you can actually use a string, you make a holder, and you can, like, it's like birdies or